Grand Rising, Soul Tribe. Tracy here with Sweet Spot magazine. Thank you so very much for the likes, the shares, the views, subscribes, comments, everything. I appreciate it all. So let's go ahead and ring the bell. Let's call out the energy and let's just see what the message the Spirit has for us today. It's already starting. The bell is already rung. The decision was already made. It wasn't anything that was even like a long debate, or somebody didn't even really take a long time to contemplate. It was done. Bottom of the deck, this Queen of Wands. Something about maybe this Queen of Wands did something, thought that they were going to win at all costs, but now they have no choice but to let something rest. Because like now, somebody else is involved, somebody that they wasn't expecting. This King of Pentacles. And whenever this King of Pentacles stepped into the picture, that's whenever the whole thing changed, like the whole cycle ended. A cycle was complete. Confirmation. What's the message, Spirit? We have the Four of Pentacles and the Ten of Wands. It's like somebody felt, it's like a burden, someone holding something back, trying to like holding something back, only wanting to give sparingly, very, very sparingly, as if something or someone didn't deserve something. But we have about this and these secrets. And there's regret because of the way that they did something. Like this person was somebody, like could have been Grand Rising, Red Violet, could have been, a parental figure, could have been a boss, could have been somebody that had a responsibility to do right by you. Could have been a mother. But for some reason, someone made a decision to go against you, to go against this relationship. Hi, Sia. How are you? What's the message, Spirit? Thank you. It's like someone wanted to kind of cast you out, but really, them feeling like they're casting you out was protection for you. It was protection. What's the message? Yeah. Now we have this King of Swords. Someone who sees the truth because they have that sort of truth themselves. They see the truth of the situation. They see how someone was like at a distance. Maybe somebody did some checking, some investigating, and then now somebody's ready to do some type of communication, or some type of communication came in. Yeah. Someone wants to say something about this decision, about maybe keeping somebody at bay, or whatever it was that they decided. Thank you, Spirit. Yeah, because there was like some confusion about this whole, maybe a family situation. There was a lot of confusion. There were a lot of things that weren't seen, that weren't known. And it's like, to be honest, they weren't meant to be seen or known at that time. See, somebody, there was a lot of people that was involved in something that they shouldn't have been, and it's almost like the like the pool, or the, that's not the word I'm looking for. The influence, that's the word I'm looking for. The influence that they had over someone, because there were so many of them, the influence that they had over someone was so strong that this person wasn't able to see who they actually had in front of them, who was actually being, a gift to them, of service to them, because the influence of others that did not have the answer was so strong. And therein lies those secrets. But like I said, somebody else, this is the same person that came into the picture. I feel like this person was able to see all the mischief that this other person was creating. They were able to see all the mischief that this other person was creating, or had created. Thank you, Red Violet. Thank you, Tariq. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes, 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 yes. Thank you so very much. Let me show my champagne bottles. Hold on. Let me get my little cursor there. There it is. Thank you. What's the message? Oh, well, I'm going to turn up. I'm 58, so I'm going to turn up like a 58-year-old. I dropped my dog off at doggy daycare today. So I already had my breakfast. So I may do a mimosa, and that's it. Take a nap, enjoy the day, and that's it. Someone decided it's time for them to put away like childish ways. Someone decided it was time for them to put away childish ways. Because, like I said, there was a lot of confusion in this whole situation. Like, just confusion. And now there's communication that's coming to clear everything up. Everything up, especially about what happened in the past. Everything is now clear. That communication cleared everything up about what happened in the past. There's no more guessing. There's no more wondering. There's no more ifs, ands, or buts. What's the message? But see, someone, I don't know. Here it is. Yeah, about whatever. Maybe it was this a step that this King of Pentacles took, because this King of Pentacles keeps coming up. Or a brand new step that King of Pentacles is getting ready to take. Or it could have been something that a King of Pentacles took and maybe didn't speak about. What's the message? Anything else from this deck? That's too many. It's too many. Yeah, it's too many. Huh. Well, there's 4 of Swords and there's 3 of Swords decided it wanted to lay down. Same with this Moon. I feel like someone finally is, dealing with things. Things are starting to come come out. It's just that whole backstory of the situation. And now somebody wishes they could put it to rest, but it's out. It's out. And now they're looking at the whole, not just the whole backstory of it, but the whole, thinking about the whole heartbreak of it. Maybe how something they thought was going to work out is not working out. It didn't work out. Thank you, Red Violet. Wait, Tyreek, look about 20. Get your Christmas list together. Get your Christmas list together. Yeah. See, somebody's understanding now that there was a whole. This is about the backstory. The truth came out about how this group caused this whole situation, and somebody just didn't do their homework to find out, and that's how they allowed themselves to get stuck in this whole kerfuffle, and things wasn't working. It's like working against themselves to keep themselves stuck because they didn't do their own homework. Oh, well, that's what they decided that they wanted to do. Let's see what another deck has. Okay, and it's like wanted to fall, but the way that it fell was the 8 of Pentacles with the 8 of Swords in reverse with the 6 of Wands. Like maybe somebody's finally working to get themselves unstuck. And then we have the 8 of Cups so that they can finally walk away from what no longer serves them in this situation. But whatever it is, it started off as too much already. When it first started, it started off as too much. Bottom of the deck, 9 of Pentacles. Oh, Sia, thank you so very much. Oh my gosh, I really do appreciate you so very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate you. Yeah, so this Queen of Pentacles, she started off single. She's been single. She might be somebody's mother, but she had a plan. She didn't know how she was going to get there. And she didn't know, what it was going to take, but she had a plan. Somebody else who was supposed to work with her left her for dead. This King of Cups was supposed to work with her, but he was probably one of the ones that was doing the most to her. And I won't say left for dead in the literal sense, but I will just say did not. Hey, Curtis, thank you so very much. And now, the whole situation of maybe how somebody didn't support someone has come to light, and maybe they're hearing some type of communication about it, or they're hearing something, or that energy is coming back on them. Where at one point they were supposed to support somebody, supposed to stand 10 toes down with somebody, but they did not. Red Violet, thank you so very much. I really do appreciate it. I really do. So, and yes, it's my birthday today. Thank you so very much, Sia. You're so appreciated. Thank you. Yeah, so now somebody wants to come and they want to offer this cup of love because they see, that you're actually a really good person, that, they'd be very happy that, you're the one that's standing 10 toes down with them. But once again, this person was confused before, really confused. So I don't know if this person even really knows what they want. When you don't really know what you want, you're not grounded. And so you're used to going here, and then you think, okay, well, maybe it's going to be better over there. So then you go over here. Then you think, well, maybe it's going to be better. And you go over there instead of grounding yourself so that no matter what is saying or who's saying what, you are staying focused I feel like somebody needs to focus. Yeah. Can't make this up. They need to focus on themselves because they don't know what's going on. Whatever sounds better, that's where they go. Is this, is that? Oh, it's over here. Oh, it's over there. Oh, it's over here. Oh, it's over there. They're not focused. Can't make this up. They just all over the place. What's the message? What's the message? Yeah, they definitely need to balance themselves up. They really need to work on balancing themselves out for sure. What's the message? But only they can make that decision. No matter how much we talk, no matter how much we beg, no matter how much we ask them to work on things, they're the only ones that can make that decision. But it's time for someone to work on themselves. Yeah. Something about getting out of this whole third party situation where someone is allowing someone else to take space in their head whenever it comes to them dealing with somebody that's not even if there's three people, they're allowing this third person to deal with something that only involves two of them. Let me show these. Hold on for Red Pilot. Thank you. So yeah, it's kind of like what's the message? Allowing someone else to get in where they really don't even fit in. Yeah. It's King of Swords and there's 10 of Swords. And there's 3 of Pentacles. There's 7 of Cups, King of Cups, Princess of Cups, and 5 of Cups. This is like someone. This is that person is doing somebody in, putting their nose in somebody else's business that don't even involve them. This is it don't even involve them. It probably involves these two, but now because somebody else was involved in it, now somebody else is left out in the cold. And I feel like it's kind of like something that's been going on for a while. You know how you think someone has so many answers, and when you stop really listening to them and listen to the bullshit that's coming out of their mouth instead of thinking it's gospel, you find out it is not a wish fulfillment. It is the opposite. So somebody had to find out that it was not a wish fulfillment. Them bringing this other person in who they thought had more answers than they did when it came to their life. Like, who the hell does that? Nobody. No, I was going to say nobody I know, but nope, that's untrue. There are people I know that do that. I'm not one of them, but there are people that I know that do that. Hey, Sally. Thank you so very much, Sally. Yeah, we have the Knight of Swords and the 9 of Wands. Yeah, it's almost like somebody had to tell somebody else, hey, you can get yourself together. I really don't even want to be dealing with all you. I just need you to back up. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because it's like there's this, somebody else that got involved. Somebody else that broke something up. And they was doing it. They didn't care how they won. They just wanted to win. They didn't care. Everybody was upset. Everybody was happy. They didn't care. They just wanted to win at all costs. And once they won, then they didn't want to even be with that person. They was like, well, I won. Now put it to rest and shit. No, didn't really want to be with you. I just wanted to see if I could get with you. And now that you've seen that I see that I could get with you, I like people that I can't get with so easily. So that's why I don't want to be with you. You're too easy. You're too easy. You should have been tougher. Or some stupid shit like that. Not realizing they was just as easy, you know? Come on now. What's the message? Hi, intuitively guided tarot. How are you? What's the message? People are funny. What's the message? Thank you. Yep. Somebody said like it was time for them to walk away because they knew that no matter what it was, they was gonna be trapped, and no matter what type of stuff they was talking about, you know. But all that shit that when somebody walked away, all that shit that somebody was talking about came back and stuck them in the ass. Well, I don't know if it was in the ass, but it got them with these 3 8s. You know, this is that return right there. This is that what you do to me, expected to come back to you. Especially when somebody said, it's time for me to go. That's when somebody got that return. That's when they were stuck in their own shit. There's nothing they could do about it. Nah, nothing that they could do. What's the message? Queen of Cups and the Two of Pentacles. Because see, somebody's feelings have started to kind of change. And not because they wanted these feelings to change, but you know what? You can only beat on a dog for so damn long before the dog stops being loyal to you. You can only hurt a person's heart so many damn times before that person is like, you know what? I got you next time. Next time you on your own. Certain cycles had to close. Certain things had to end. Certain lessons had to be learned when it came to what you have, what you truly have. Hey, Lotus Oracle, how are you? What's the message? Someone is thinking now about that olive branch, how they should have extended that sucker a long time ago as opposed to holding it close to their chest. Because truth is, they should have seen that, you know, it was time to put something to rest a long time ago. The truth of the matter is that, you know, somebody was seeking balance. Somebody was seeking healing. Somebody was seeking, you know, and somebody wasn't. Somebody else on the other side, on the other hand, was like, stay away from me. Don't come close. Don't come close. Not only don't come close, but no, I don't want to talk. Not only do I not want to talk, but I don't even want to let you know what the fuck is on my mind, so you never know what the fuck is on my mind. That is some cruel shit. And then this is the same type of person that will say, oh, I love you. No, you don't. You don't even like that person. What's the message? Yeah. See, all that shit is coming back on that person, and they didn't think about that. It's like what a difference a day makes. All of a sudden, they feel dazed, confused, lost, uncared for, not knowing what to do, not knowing where to go, not knowing who to ask for to help them. after their own making. Part of that backstory. Now somebody feels like a fool. They feel like a fool. They what do they call it? Overreached. And now they're feeling it. The repercussions of that overreach. Once again, this is somebody who said that they didn't care if you hurt. They didn't care if your heart felt like it was bleeding, if it was torn apart. If you were in despair, they didn't care if it was you. But now that it's them, and you've decided that it's no longer going to be you, now they want to care. Curtis. Curtis said that olive branch turned into a cactus. That's right. What you say, Mother Mayhem? I believe somebody, I feel like this person, they were like on the dark side and would purposely try and cast spells, try and cast aspersions, illusions, and everything else. But something about you, your third eye, your crown chakra being open, you relying only on God, you knowing who you are. Something about you, the whole time, the wheel of fortune was still turning in your favor. Because, like I said, this person, they were out doing things, but they didn't realize that they were doing things not to hurt you, but to teach themselves a lesson. Everything that they did, they were building it up to teach themselves the most important lesson that they could have ever learned in this lifetime. Yeah. And the whole time I feel like you were just allowing yourself to be intuitively guided. Using your intuition, not speaking, not bringing attention to, or even if you did say something, you were not going, super duper emotional. Maybe you would just talk about something to bring the attention to something. And maybe you were trying to bring the attention to talk to this person about this person's spiritual beliefs, but I feel like this person stopped for whatever reason, stopped believing in God. Stop believing in a higher power. Stop believing that there are spirit guides, that are ancestors, that there are angels, there are archangels. I feel like this person stopped believing in God. And that's why God allowed that person to use you as the catalyst for this person to learn the most valuable lesson that they will ever learn in their natural life. You get to move forward because you made that decision that one monkey don't stop, no show. You're moving forward in all your glory and happiness because it's time for you to stop looking back. It's time for you to stop wondering what you could have done differently. It's just time for you to move forward confidently. Confidently and happily. Yeah, this could be the end of some type of family situation. But if it is, just know that you did everything that you could. Because it takes two. It doesn't take one being beat up time and time again. It takes two people compromising, two people talking, two people working together to try and obtain the same goal. So if it's something like that, it is what it is. Hey, J Mike, how are you? Curtis, let me see. I saw that, but I couldn't find the way to process that. But it was real. God is real. Yes, God is real. Hey, Samantha. Right, thank you. Yep. A decision needs to be made. No more waiting, no more deciding, no more, well, maybe this person will do this now. A decision needs to be made because guess what? This person, they know what they're doing. They see what they're doing. They're planning on what they're doing. But the thing they don't plan on is how that's coming back to them. How it's going to affect their relationships. That's the thing. Sally, we don't put ourselves down. You've not been dumb. Nope. You've just been wanting to see the best. Now it's time just to see the truth. Especially when it comes to relationships and us offering that cup of love. Is that cup of love being returned? Is there that give and take, that reciprocity? If not, save your cup of love. Don't give it away. Yeah. I feel like this is, Spirit wants you to, hold yourself high. Hold your head high. That esteem, feeling good about ourselves. Because we've gone through, when we think about it, our life. I mean, not unless it's been easy breezy, super duper peasy. But if it has not been, when we think about it, we've damn near gone through war. And this could have been with our family members. This could have been with our friends. This could have been with neighbors. This could have been with ourselves. Somebody's coming through with some type of communication for you. Someone's coming through with some type of honest communication for you. Something that you've been wanting to hear. I feel like something that you've been needing to hear, but you cannot force it. Because once again, you have to allow this person to learn their own lesson. To be able to say, it's time for me to end something. But it's coming. It's on its way. This is something that you've been waiting for a while. This, especially from somebody who's been defensive against you. Exactly, Curtis. Yep. The Emperor. This could be a father figure. Could be a father, could be a grandfather, somebody in this family. And maybe somebody in this family has some expectations for how things are, how things run, like the hierarchy of order, like somebody's getting out of line. Somebody's thinking that they up here when they need to go ahead and clock it down a little bit, clock it down, check yourself, get back up underneath where you need to be. Like a private trying to tell a major what to do. That shit just don't work. You could say it. It don't work. See, somebody like not understanding that it's just somebody that's refusing to see, what somebody else is, or who somebody else is, or give them the respect, and then the fact that person that they're refusing to see is the one who created things for them to be where they're at right now. So it's almost like, I feel like, you or whoever need to just go ahead, like Curtis said, step back and let spirit do the rest. Like I said, somebody can see it. And this has been going on for a while. This has been a lesson that's been being taught for a while, but this person doesn't think it's a lesson, but it's coming up that this person's going to find out that this has definitely been a lesson, because the wheel of fortune is turning out of their favor, turning in your favor, and that justice has to be served. Justice will be served on the same type of platter that you gave it out, is the same type of platter that you received it. So if you gave it out on the silver platter, you're going to get it on the silver platter. If you gave it out on the shitty platter, guess what type of platter you about to get it back on? It's going to smell a little bit. Bottom of the deck. We'll pull a few of these. Play. Somebody thought it was a game. Hey, Deborah. Oh, thank God. I'm sure whenever, you have the sickle cell outbreaks, it's very painful from what I understand. But I'm glad that it's under control. Yes, and I'm sending some healing energy your way. Mm-hmm. Somebody's really looking at how somebody played, how they were being immature. It's just a matter of immaturity, and how somebody purposely did something. They were purposely doing something thinking that nobody could see them. And they were doing it to this person who they're supposed to have this relationship with. Doesn't have to be a loving, a romantic relationship. It could be a family relationship, but they were supposed to have some type of commitment with that person. But that person, the one who was immature, they were mistaken. They thought that they was just perfect, because maybe they looked a certain way. They thought that they was perfect. Now they're finding out they wasn't perfect. Absolutely, Deborah. Hey, Sydney. Yes. I have a friend who has sickle sickle cell anemia, and whenever they go through the crisis, sometimes, look, she used to go to the hospital. She would be in the hospital for a week. If it was a week, that was a light one. She would be in the hospital for a couple weeks. Yeah. Something about something that somebody did that they didn't think that anyone else saw. They thought that they did something and nobody else saw. They thought they were invisible. I am doing well. Thank you, Sydney. What's the message, Spirit? Yeah. They thought they did something, got away with it, but now they're finding out that that's coming back, and that's creating them a hardship. That's creating them a hardship, especially because they're looking at you and how you are service to others, and you care for yourself. You take good care of yourself. So they know that, wait a minute, something wasn't adding up. How you get 19 when you add 2 plus 2? Something didn't add up. What else, Spirit? Let me just a few more. Thank you. Because now somebody trying to save themselves. Now they're trying to think of what they can do to save themselves. What can I say? What can I do? Oh, what can I think of? What can I? Hey, K Savage. What can I? Absolutely, positively, not one damn thing. It's out there. The damage is already done. You did it. You did it. And you did it to the right one and the wrong one, all in the same one. Here, you did it to somebody who was an earth angel, somebody who was wholesome. Maybe this person reads tarot or something like that, but they could see what was happening. And then on top of that, they was receiving spiritual guidance from God. This is somebody who didn't fuck with nobody and didn't really appreciate someone else messing with them either, because they didn't mess with nobody, because they understood what karma was about. That whenever this prophecy, listen, this person understood about cause and effect. That's why their eyes looking like that. Ooh, wow, this is about to happen. Looking like, ooh, good luck. See, somebody thought they was smart. They real smart. And they was doing it to somebody at home. They was real smart. You're a real wise guy. Doing it to somebody at home. Oh, well. Oh, well. Oh, good, Curtis. I'm sure it was happy. Plants, if you look at them, you can kind of see them swaying like they're breathing. What's the message? What's the message? But somebody felt like they needed to, like they had to compete with you. For what? Compete with yourself. They felt like they needed to compete with you. They didn't like the fact that people saw you as, living that bohemian lifestyle. You just was easygoing, relaxed, laid back in the cut. You wasn't the one that was out there trying to be on Front Street. You didn't like Front Street. People were sitting there and they see that you're smart, real intelligent, but somebody, they didn't like that. They wanted to cause, I'm telling you, somebody at home, they wanted to cause havoc. They wanted to cause havoc, but a message came out. Somebody got the message, and they saw how vain that person was, how it was really all about them, how this person made it all about them. Not only that, but how long you've been going through this shit trying to survive. How much time has passed and you still being in this survival mode. Like somebody won't let the shit go. What's the message? Anything else? Yeah, that survive card wants to come out. Oh. Now somebody's haunted by the fact that they was just all about themselves. Now they're thinking, oh my gosh, why? And all the drama that they created, now they want that shit to end. Now they don't want nobody to talk about, well, wait, didn't you say, but didn't you this? Now they want all that shit to be over. They don't want people to notice where their compass was pointed and how it was pointed south and not north, the true north. See, all those mistruths, all that shit, all that backstory shit, people remember everything that somebody said and somebody did. And something about these expectations. Somebody should have some expectations as to what's really going on. Tell me about it. See, it was somebody's entertainment. They thought it was funny because they saw that you was always trying to, let's smooth the situation out. Let's make up. Let's put this behind us. Let's both forgive him for it. Wasn't just me. It was both. But somebody got entertainment out of trying to make you grovel. Trying to make you grovel. And now they're kind of fucked up because you're not groveling at all. You gone. You the other G word. You're not groveling. You the other G word. You gone. It's a big difference. Now it's not so funny. It's not so magical. It's not so in control. What's the message? Anything else in this deck? Yep. Something is being brought to the attention about this family, about this. Your ancestors are bringing something to somebody's attention. How somebody may have been singled out, pointed out. Especially bringing it to this wise guy. And pull some from the stack. Get your healing steps in order. Somebody that was copying off of you is not of the light. They're just trying to see how you move, how you act, the things that you do that is socially acceptable and, welcome in society so that they can bite your rhymes and do the same thing. But that's not really how they feel. They're just performing, acting. They got played by the devil. And they worked for him. Not only that, but they're shook. They're shook. Because they know, and everybody else can see that they were wearing masks. They're nice to strangers, but they're abusive to family. But that's not the real reason that they're shook. They are mostly shook because they saw you beat the dog shit out the devil. That's what shook they ass. Hey, Bragsy. That's what scared them. When they saw that you wasn't afraid to take the devil down, that's when they realized they didn't do nothing but act like an old ass fool. Now somebody trying to move in silence. They feel like they need to. And they don't want you to help them only because they feel like an old ass fool. They embarrassed. This person is getting spiritual street justice. And guess what else? They was put in their place. Because they had an insatiable desire to cause havoc. Especially with somebody who has this high spiritual IQ. They didn't know that they started a war with the spiritual gangster. Right one, right day, wrong person, motherfucker. And you letting they people let them know you better rescue yourself. We ain't coming out there. They ain't sure. We ain't doing it with her. We'll wait till she get tired before we try and step up in there. That's the same as 100 men versus a gorilla. No, thank you. No, thank you. Somebody with an M, N, O, or P in their name. And somebody, a divine masculine, or distorted masculine. Somebody, they are big mad because shit is changing for them. This could have been your soulmate. Like I said, somebody had these rose-colored glasses on. And what they did was they just created the perfect storm for themselves to have them glasses snatched the fuck off, ripped off. Spirit said, oh no. Spirit said, let me get them glasses. Because I got some glasses snatchers that's going to wake somebody up. What's the message? That's right, Curtis. Gang, gang. That's right. What's the message? What'd you say, Curtis? That mirror is brutal. I know that's right. Ain't no competition. Right. You need to compete with yourself. What else, Spirit? Anything else from this little? We'll get us some more. Yeah, I'm telling you, somebody with a distorted view. A bad distorted view of themselves. They thought they was the cat's meow. The way we looking at it, oh, look what the cat done drug in. See, it's that view. They knew that the cat drugged them in, and we was like, you know how a cat will drag in like a dead mouse or a dead snake or a dead bird or something. We was like, and they like, yeah, I'm the cat's meow. That cat wanted me. Yeah, okay, well, you just don't get it, do you? Right. Something about your inner strength. You can do it. Realizing your royalty, your soul strength. You do stuff from your heart. You do stuff from your heart. What'd you say? Facts, meow. Right. What else, Brett? Anything else? Thank you. Yeah, somebody deserves the sweet spot gang sign. 2 of these and 1 of these. Because they was trying to track you. They was trying to track your shaman energy. But see, they got some evil energy going on. They had no idea that you had shaman energy, that you was a shaman. And now their time is running out. Their time is running out. Well, that's too damn bad. Hey, Addie, how are you? Their time is running out. Anything else? Thank you. Something about these childhood memories, maybe what from them having to move. Maybe they had to move a lot. They, they didn't appreciate having to move here and there and there and there. Maybe they had to move a lot. But there's some hidden information that's coming out now. Not only is it coming out, but the illusions are over. The illusions is over. Hidden information is coming out. The air is being cleared. The sun is shining. The truth has been spoke. The cycle is completed. Spirit is moving everybody forward that want to move forward. What else? Something about, goodness. Some father figures. Something. Has something to do with some childhood trauma, something. But that's okay because that dark curse has now been returned. So whoever has some type of shield over somebody's eyes, could have been an undercover backstabbing brother, that dark curse is now returned. Now they have that same shield over their eyes and they cannot see things clearly. See, they thought they wanted that smoke with you. They don't want the smoke. Now that they get it, now they don't want it. Well, that's too damn bad. That is too damn bad. Hey, TNRT Recovery. How are you? Thank you, Spirit. I'm telling you, somebody. Let me start. See if I can sing a little bit. Hey, little Walter. Hey, little Walter, listen. Hey, little Walter. Something's gonna get you, little Walter. Okay? See, Walter didn't really want that smoke, but he getting it now. Walter didn't want the smoke, but guess what Walter is getting? Smoked out. Somebody was afraid of dealing with their inner demons. Somebody with a Q, R, S, or T. You had to let that person know, stop blaming me for your own insecurities. Stop smiling in every dude's face. Everybody ain't your friend. Everybody ain't got your back. Everybody ain't trying to stand 10 toes down for you. Some people you got to walk away and say, hey, I don't give a flying. You put in the last word, confirmation. Sometimes you just got to treat yourself and love yourself better. What's the message? Goodness. Yeah, somebody now they're really worrying about how they was treating you. Now you worrying about how you wanted to treat me. You wanted to give it to me with no Vaseline. Somebody used to keep like lists of stuff. Like, instead of them trying to let shit go, they was always keeping a mental list. Time is up for that shit. Their purpose in your life is over. You are in a prestigious class and they don't know that. You were their security because you are on God's right-hand side, not trying to seek revenge from nobody or for nobody or nothing. You are staying focused on God. You are on the good side of karma. You're receiving positive dharma. And now they feel isolated because their secret is out. But that's all on them. That's not on you. That's all on them. They have the same 24 hours. They have the same opportunities. They can seek the same resources to get the same help that we got. But because they chose not to, we cannot feel bad that they have to go through. All we can do is hope that they get through what they need to get to where they got to. All right, y'all. I'm going to stop it right there. It is 11 o'clock. That's a mimosa time somewhere. So I will be back a little bit later. Thank you so very much. I really do appreciate the birthday wishes. I really do appreciate the Sia and also Red Violet crystals. Thank you so very much. I really do appreciate all of that. And everybody that was hanging out, everybody. Okay, so I'll see you a little bit later. Thank you so much. Bye now. And thanks again.